Boo! Hello guys, I am back from the void, and today I had a really fun video in mind. Does anyone here have an OC? I'm sure you do. OCs are pretty cool. A lot of people make their own original characters, which I've always thought was very lovely and creative and nice. So that's sort of going to be the theme of this video today. One of the few spare bedrooms in my place, I have been working really hard to turn it into a little office space for myself for whenever I get a computer one day. It's gonna go back there. It's really turning into a cozy little spot. And with that, I bought a bookshelf to put a bunch of my old sketchbooks on. So I ended up going through said old sketchbooks, and I was super surprised to find the original concept sketch I ever made of one of my beloved OCs, Pogo. And so I thought it would be a lot of fun to show you guys that art and redraw it to see how far my glitchy girl has come from. Before we look at the super old art that I found, I just wanted to say Arrtx was so kind, and I'm still freaking out about it, but they reached out to me and they gifted me their new set of 60 liquid ink acrylic markers. And so I'm going to use this in this video today. I am not sponsored. This is a gifted partnership. They gifted me these markers to try and review, so we're going to try and review them today. Well, bam! Look at those stickers. I don't know what I was thinking, but these stickers are pretty cool. I love the owl. I used to be obsessed with the Canson mixed media spiral sketchbooks. I have like 6 of them, I believe. I'll show the footage here. I have so many of these because I was obsessed with them. Unfortunately, this sketchbook doesn't have a date, of course. I don't know why. Because I also grabbed this second one to show, look at these two. So that's Pogo and that's Oliver. These are the two that we're going to be redrawing today. But, this one has a date. So if I had to guess, this sketchbook probably was before this one because the original art of Pogo's in here. So this sketchbook I probably started in May of 2018 because I don't know. I guess I know why. I was on something else as a teenager. I would just go through sketchbooks 1 month at a time. Like, I would speed through so many sketchbooks. I used to draw almost every single day. It was my whole existence, I guess, as a teenager, as I was just so obsessed with drawing. And I wish, can I find her? Can she come back, please? Please come back. I'm not really gonna do a sketchbook tour of this because it's kind of dangerous in all honesty. So I'm just going to, where are you? There you are. Look at that. The first concept art I ever made of her. I think it's really neat that I immediately knew her name off the bat, even though there's a question mark, but the fact that it's stuck with that for so many years is really neat. I love how her style is very, what's the name, rubber hose? Like, her limbs are very, you know, wonky. It's so cool seeing this. I think there's a few other sketches. Yeah. Wow. Look at all her shapes. This one's colored. I think I really wanted to go for a children's color, the primary 3-color design. I'm glad I stuck with that. I think it's really cool. She's definitely had a lot of changes since here. I think it's crazy to think. I'm pretty sure over the years, I've made her pigtails longer and longer and longer, and I got rid of her like side swept bangs. It's really interesting to see. But alright, yeah, here's my cursed old art of my sweet girl Pogo. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and start making some new art. Now that we got to see the old art, I'm gonna bring back these markers and we're gonna start going through them. Off the bat, these ones are so much different than the normal acrylic markers I get from them. I think it's because the biggest difference I can see is these ones are called the liquid ink acrylic marker sets. So with these ones, you have to shake them up to get that liquid all mixed up first, and The nibs are completely, hello, please focus. There we go. The little thingies here are completely different. And I really like the packaging of these, or these cute little like flower smiley face dudes. And you can see the ink in the pen. I think the design is really cool for these. And this is 60 markers. There's so many of them, and it looks like there's a really good variety of different colors, so that's great. Again, the only thing I will say that I wish Arrtx did is please hear my cry one day. Add a swatch card. I would love a swatch card with this set. And a lot of the sets, they don't really provide them. I don't know why, but hopefully one day they will. With that though, I went ahead and just printed off my own swatch card for this to make it easier. I found this design online. I don't know if I can find whoever designed this here. If not, then I'm so sorry. I just looked up swatch card thing and then this popped up, and I kind of readjusted it to have 60 hearts total, and I just printed it out on the cardstock paper. So I guess let's switch to a fancy angle and swatch these, so then we can start making some new art of Pogo. Okay, I got the swatches all finished up, and here's how they're looking. I am so happy with all these colors. This set definitely has a really good variety of different colors, which is very nice. I appreciate that. And man, they really weren't kidding when they say these are their liquid ink markers. These markers are very juicy. There is a lot of ink in these markers. So it's really going to be interesting to make an illustration. I feel like with how pigmented and liquidy these markers are, I won't really have to do as many layers as before. So that might be interesting. After coloring all these swatches in, I am super excited to color a full illustration with these markers. I think it's going to look really nice. So without further ado, let me grab my good old sketchbook and start working on a sketch. Real quick, before I start working on the sketch, I realized I never went over the first concept art I ever made of Oliver. I'm also going to redraw my OC Oliver because he is very important to Pogo, so I want to do a full sketchbook spread where one side's Pogo, one side's Oliver. I feel like it makes the most sense. I thought it'd be neat to show you guys the first concept art I ever made of him before I start sketching the both of them. This is the first concept art I ever made of Oliver. He has had a lot of changes. His outfit completely changed. His star eye, I switched the colors where it's all black and the star is white. His hair's changed. I think the only thing that hasn't changed is the color of his pants and his gray skin. Everything else has changed pretty drastically. But yeah, it's still really nice to look back at old art and see how many changes and how your art has improved over time, for sure. So I'm excited to make new art of these two and to see how much I have grown and how much the characters have grown. So now let's start sketching. I got the sketches finished up and here's how they turned out. I am so happy with this sketchbook spread. I am very excited for how this is going to turn out. My doggo is choosing violence in the background. I apologize. Arthur, what are you doing? Why are you throwing things? And no. Oh, someone's inspecting my art. Mr. Morgan. Okay. Alright, sorry for the interruption there. I absolutely love the sketchbook spread. I really hope this turns out good. I'm scared. I always get so scared and a little bit more intimidated when I'm actually happy with my sketches to color them in, because it's like, oh gosh. Actually, wait. Why am I so forgetful lately? Oliver has no eyebrows. There we go. Okay, now they're finished. I'm very happy with this, so I guess without further ado, let's go to a fancier angle and start coloring. Please don't let me fumble this. I got the art finished up and ta-da! Here's how it turned out. I am so happy that I managed to not entirely fumble on this. I am happy with this. I think the art looks really cute. I suppose it is time for the fun part of showing us side by side. Wow. It's pretty crazy to look at. I think there's a lot of improvements. I think there's a lot of changes that has been made. Changes that I like more. I'm pretty sure I drew this in 2018. So 2018, 2026. That is insane to think about. I don't even know what to say with this one. It's just so cool to see. Look at that progress. My girl Pogo has come a long way. That's all the looking and thinking I'll do. This was a lot of fun. I had so much fun using the Arrtx liquid ink markers. They were really nice. So if you guys want a nice little set of acrylic markers, I highly recommend Arrtx. When I say nice little set, you don't have to get this 60 set. That is a lot of markers, but Arrtx just has a lot of really good sets, and they provide smaller sets too, which is really nice. I will leave a link in my description of the markers that I used in today's video, and you can always just look at their little Amazon shop as well to see all the other cool art supplies that they have. But yeah, this was so much fun. If you guys have any OCs of your own, you should try to find the first concept art you ever made of them and give them some love and make a updated concept sketch. Give your OCs some appreciation and love if you've slacked on them a little bit. I know I have. If you watched this all the way through, thank you so much. You have no idea what it means to me, and I guess that's it. Hopefully I will post again in the next week or two, because guess what? That was my last page in this sketchbook. I did it. I guess I can make an end artwork here, but I did it. I finished a sketchbook. It's not like this one took me like 2 years, and I originally got this sketchbook back in 2019. We're not going to talk about that. Thanks a bunch again, and goodbye. Goodbye.